So you probably heard that you need a blog to get exposure for your product, service, or business. But where the heck do you start, and what tools and resources do you actually need to get set up properly in the best way to serve your business? And in this episode, I'm going to share with you exactly where to start if you're thinking about building a blog or website for your business to get you more exposure. I'm going to be sharing with you also tools and resources that I've been using in my business that have worked really well to not only bring prospects to my world, but to turn those prospects into profits, new customers, new teammates, and all that good stuff, because that is what it's all about, right? My name is Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success faster while most importantly designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new training episode each and every week with a free resource that you can use in your business to create results with fast. So I've been blogging in my business since 2010 to gain exposure for my product, service, and business and my brand, and also to build my brand. And it is one of the best decisions that I have ever made. Today, I run a 7-figure online business. We help thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of entrepreneurs and network marketers across the world. And without my blog, that would never have been possible. So you can see why I am so passionate about talking about blogging and building your brand through your blog. So why the heck do you even need a blog for your business? What are the things that it will contribute to you most with? So it's very important to understand that when you have a personally branded blog, you got to do this right, but if you have a personally branded blog, it helps you to add credibility to what it is that you're talking about or sharing or presenting or selling. It also helps you to build authority, so people listen to you and what you say, and they actually show up for your appointments, and they believe what you're saying. It adds so much credibility to you as a person that's doing the presenting of your product, service, or business. And it also, my favorite, provides automation for your business. So the thing is I now can be sleeping and I can have people across the globe on my blog, watching my videos, on my About page, looking at my products and services, and opting in to learning more without me even being present. I could be at the beach, I could be sleeping, and they're learning about my business. They're also signing up. They're also buying stuff from me, and I don't have to be involved in that process anymore as much as I needed to be before. So it provides extreme automation for your business, and this is why I love having a blog in place. So personally for me, before I had my blog, how did I build my business? Well, I would have to go hit the streets. I would have to go hit the pavement. I would have to hit the phones, and I would have to do that nonstop. If I remove myself from that process, my sales would stop. My sales would go down. Another thing is I run a team in network marketing. And so I've learned how to automate even a lot of my training through videos and take myself completely out of needing to personally be there in a lot of situations through just having my blog and directing people to training articles on my blog and to information pieces on my blog that educate and entertain, but also recommend and suggest next steps. So before I had my blog, I was having to do a lot more physical work every day in my business. And now today, whether I decide to pick up the phone or not, or go out and prospect or not, I get people that are reaching out to me saying, hey, I saw your information on your blog. I would like to learn more about what it is that you're doing. I would like to learn more about working with you or buying your products. And so today, if I decided not to go out and do any of the physical work, I couldn't stop the lead flow if I tried, which is a great quality problem to have. And I couldn't stop the sales from coming in. They would come in because I have been blogging and putting content out there. And some people say blogging's dead. I will beg to differ with them because we get thousands and thousands of new subscribers every single month from our blog that turn into crazy, awesome, amazing buyers and customers of mine. So now that you know all the awesome reasons on why I'm a blogging advocate and why I love teaching branding and blogging, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite tools and resources and where to start. And because this episode we're talking about how to make sure that your blog and brand is set up properly for you to win in your business, I've put together a really cool resource for you, like I do in every episode of Tanya Aliza TV. I think you're really going to love this resource. I put together a article with videos on where to start and what tools and resources to use and how to build your blog correctly on the right platforms and in the right fashion in 5 minutes or less. Pretty cool, right? So I share with you some of the cool things that you can do and some of the results that I've had in my business through blogging. And you can pick that resource up if that's something that you're interested in diving into and maybe sharing with anybody that you think might need this information. But you can pick that how to build a blog in 5 minutes or less up on my blog at TanyaAliza.com/77 download. We'll leave a link for you above or below this video in the description box. And if you click that link, it'll take you to my blog. It'll take you to this episode. Right underneath this video on my blog, you'll see a big yellow button. If you click that, you can request free access to that resource where I show you how to build a blog properly in 5 minutes or less. So because we're talking all about blogging, I want to make sure you're set up to win. So we put that awesome resource together for you. Now, I do want to talk about in this episode some of my favorite resources right away because I think it's really, really important. So what platform do you build your blog on? Because I know there's a lot of things that are out there. My number one recommended suggestion is going to be WordPress. Okay, you use a WordPress platform, pretty user-friendly. Great training videos out there. I've got a bunch of training videos myself in that resource that we've included in this episode. But you do not want to use anything but WordPress. Do not use Wix. You don't want to have a Wix website, and you don't want to use any system for building your blog platform. There's a lot of systems out there that'll say, hey, use our system to build your blog. You do not want to use anybody's system where you have your content hosted on somebody else's server that you're not paying for or control. You want to control your content because if something happens to that system where you've been building your content and your brand over the years, if something ever goes down with that system, all your content goes with it. So you want to use a personally self-hosted WordPress site. Now in that resource, I go over how to set that up in 5 minutes or less so you can get started making sure that it's set up right. Make sure that you're using WordPress.org, not WordPress.com. There is a difference. So in that resource, I'll make sure that you know what the differences are and you make sure that you get set up right. But that is the platform of choice. You don't want to use anything else but WordPress.org. That is the platform that I recommend. The second thing that you have to have is hosting. Okay, so it's very minimal cost compared to what blogging can do for your business. And as a business owner, you need to invest some money in tools sometimes, right? So you're going to have hosting, and you're going to host your WordPress site using a hosting company. Tons of hosting companies out there, probably a ton of really great ones. Two of the major hosting companies that I recommend and use because they've got great customer service. The number one hosting site that I use is Bluehost, and I use them, and I show you how to use them in the resource that I'm giving away in today's episode. It's about $5 a month or less for hosting, so it's cheap and it's very good. Bluehost has great customer service, that's why I like them. And then I also like to recommend Liquid Web. Liquid Web is a more premium hosting platform. You don't need to go there right away if you're just beginning. Start out at Bluehost, and then as you advance and get more traffic to your blog and you do more with your blog, you can transition to a more premium hosting company called, it's a little more expensive, but great customer service, great hosting. Liquid Web is another hosting company that I recommend. So you have hosting, and that's going to host all of your content. It's basically a server out on the net. It's going to host all your content. You're going to have your platform that you use as WordPress, and then you need to pick a theme. And it's funny because back in the day when I started blogging, there weren't themes like there are today. There's so many great themes that are out there. I will leave a couple of resources in the show notes on my blog at TanyaAliza.com/77 download. Got a bunch of great theme resources, but my go-to number one theme that I like using is Optimize Press. And the reason why I love using Optimize Press is because it's robust. You can do almost anything on it. And you can also build capture pages and landing pages and lead magnets, and they got a whole bunch of cool amounts of templates that you can use. The features are off the chart, and it is really user-friendly. So I like Optimize Press. Again, I'll leave resources for you in the freebie guide that we're giving away in today's episode with instructions on how to start your blog in the next 5 minutes or less. The next recommended tool that I recommend you have is Aweber. And Aweber is an email marketing management software tool, and there's lots of great ones that are out there. And you can really use any one as long as you have one. That's the most important thing. And in episode 70, I'll leave a link in the show notes for you. Episode 70, I actually dive in a little bit more on how I use my email marketing and autoresponder system in my personal business. And I also give away some good email scripts that you can use for prospecting and team building. But the reason why you want want to have Aweber or an email marketing management system is to collect your leads. Okay, so you're going to be building your blog in a fashion where you're going to be generating leads and people are going to put in their name, email, and phone number to learn more from you. So that management software that manages all that for you and emails out on autopilot for you, and you can do broadcast emails through. Basically, your email marketing management system is Aweber. I recommend them because they got great customer service. They are really, really reasonable. Often they will run specials where your first month is free. So you can test them out and you can really get a feel for it. And again, that will be, I'll leave a little tutorial video in the resource that goes with this episode, but that is a definite tool that you should be using if you're blogging or want to have a blog out on the internet. And one of the other must-have tools that we've recently discovered that I really love is a tool called Munch. And this is a plugin. There's going to be lots of plugins that you can plug into your WordPress platform that help you to do a whole bunch of things with your blog. And this plugin that I like using is Munch, and there's a free version which you can get a lot out of. And actually, we're just using the free version because actually we get all we need out of the free version. But there's paid versions as well. We'll leave a link so you can check it out in the resource section. Munch is a really cool tool that allows you to design without knowing how to design, or being a professional designer. It helps you to design really cool opt-in forms on your blog. So you can put opt-in forms in your sidebar. You can have them pop up over your blog. You can have an exit pop up. You can have a clickable button in the middle of your blog post. And this plugin makes it really, really easy to create these and design these and make you look like a professional. But why do you want to have this? So Munch is going to be something that builds these boxes where people can put in their name, email, and phone number. And that's how you get your leads. Okay, so you need to have something to, get the leads into your Aweber. So you got your platform. Now, those are my kind of must-have tools. There's lots of other fancy tools that you can have for your blog. Tons. But those are my must-haves to get you started. Those are the bare bone basics that you should have when you create your content. And in the resource, I actually give you some content ideas, which is really cool. But when you create your content, you want to get it out there, but then you also want to have a way for people to become a lead and a prospect of yours so that you can turn those into sales. Okay, so without those basic necessity tools that I go over here, your blog isn't going to perform at optimum level for you. So I'm sharing some of my favorite resources and tools for you, and hopefully you love those tools. I'll leave them all in the resource that we put together in this episode called How to Build a Blog in the Next 5 Minutes or Less. Make sure that you pick that up on my blog at TanyaAliza.com/77 download. Now, a little mindset moment, okay? Any profitable business on planet Earth is going to take an investment of some kind of time and some kind of money. You're going to need to have tools to get you to where you want to go. There's no business that I know of on planet Earth that doesn't have some kind of expenses as a business. But this is probably one of, in my opinion, one of the best investments that you can make in your business if you want to build a long-term brand, have a ton of authority and credibility in the marketplace, and also automate a lot of your business processes, is having a blog and putting content up that leads to recommendations and suggestions towards your product, service, and business. I probably would not be where I am today without my blog and without the content that I produce each week on the blog. That's why I am so passionate about this strategy, and I'm so excited for you to embrace it, and I truly hope that you do. Question of the week. Do you have a blog, and do you love blogging? I want to know about it in the comment section below. I want you to share with me what you love most about blogging and having your own platform to speak from, and how it's helped you most in your business. Share below in the comment section. I'd love to hear your strategy and how it's working for you. I hope you got a ton of value out of today's episode all about blogging for your business. And you can obviously see why I'm so passionate about it. If you love this episode, or if you know anybody else that needs this information, please share it via one of the share links above or around this video. And I will see you on the next episode of Tanya Aliza TV.